How long do you want to go?
How long do I want to go? I want to go until 10 o'clock and leave Joey at the soccer field. That's how long I want to go because it's been too long. God damn it!
I know it has been too long.
But
Way too long.
We are back, though. We are back.
We're so back.
This is technically episode 25, but episode 1 of the new football season.
I mean, technically the season hasn't even started yet. This is preseason, baby. But we're getting ready.
You can't see it, but I am so erect right now. It's insane.
I'm glad we can't see that, honestly.
Dude, it's just every day there's something happening where it's just a reminder of how close we are to football season. Whether it's a new article, a new list, I look up something, I'm looking at depth charts, I'm watching videos, I'm watching quarterback on Netflix. Again, It's just always something. I mean, it seems like whenever I'm looking at one list on ESPN or CBS Sports or whatever, another one pops up. It's just too much.
Do you see Oregon just dropped their trailer for their camp series?
I have not seen that. No.
Yeah, that has me all ready. The Hard Knocks version they did for last year.
It's got you ready to run through a wall.
Oh god. Yeah, I just want more.
I was this close last night to turning on Friday Night Lights, the movie for Joey.
That'll get him going.
And then I remembered the scene where Don Billingsley is about to screw his ex-girlfriend on the couch in the living room.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we'll wait till he's maybe a year or two older before we get to that.
Yeah. Can you touch that?
Yeah, and then drunk Tim McGraw comes through.
Yep.
Duct tapes his hands to the football. Hold on to the goddamn ball, Donnie.
Is he drinking
what the hell are you doing?
A carton of milk too, or something?
Chocolate milk or something, yeah.
Straight out from the fridge. That's my style.
So we watched Spaceballs instead.
Oh, yeah.
Which hot take right now? Spaceballs funny, not that funny though. Like, I feel like Spaceballs is held up in this like upper echelon of like funniest movies of all time. I've already seen Spaceballs once before, so this is the second time I watched it.
I was gonna say I've only seen it once, and it was a long time ago. So
it's okay. It's not that funny. Like, it's got funny moments, but I'm not like belly laughing watching this movie.
It was funny back then. Who knows?
Oh yeah, I'm sure in '87 or whenever it came out, just oh my god, like absolute classic. Again, good moments, but not that funny.
What did Joey think?
I caught him laughing a couple times, but then I asked him afterward. I was like, "So what do you think?" He's like, "That was the worst movie of all time."
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, it wasn't that bad. And he's like, no, that was just really stupid. And I was like, that's kind of the point.
Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the point of the movie.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones.
I will say though, the lead actress in it, what's her name? Is it Daphne Zuniga? Dude, as the Princess Vespa, she is.
Yeah. That holds up. That holds up over the years.
Oh yeah, she is gorgeous in that movie. But yeah. So, but outside of that, man, we watched a little bit of Netflix Quarterback last night. I think we're like 4 episodes through that. Again, I'm just getting all worked up, ready for football season. If I'm working from home, I have NFL Network on Inside Training Camp Live on the TV. Just looking at Ducks depth chart stuff.
Yeah, I'm watching all the press conferences that are coming out right now from the coaches.
Yep, reading articles and boning up on players. I was looking at Chargers depth chart today.
What?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Chargers depth chart. I was looking at Cowboys depth chart. Sadly, I'm in this weird spot where I am with my Cowboys. Well, I will say I was in this weird spot a couple weeks ago where I was like, dude, I don't know. I think I might be liking this team. I think I might be in on them. And then the Micah Parsons thing happened, and I was like, okay, that's a good reminder of why I should never be in on this team. I should have learned after the we lost you. We lost you. You muted yourself again, man. What are you doing over there? Tanner. There we go. What are you doing over there? Right as we're about to start talking football, you mute yourself.
My headphones disconnected for whatever reason. And then it just automatically mutes myself.
Well, yeah, I was just saying that I should never believe in my Cowboys ever, but it's just we get this close to the season. I'm like, I don't know, man. This could be the year. I don't know. This maybe we just surprise some people.
Why does this every Cowboys fan? That is every Cowboys fan every year.
Like clockwork.
At least I set myself up usually to be disappointed because the Chargers will just Charger every year.
See, we're very similar in our fandom that our postseason disappointment is it's unlike any other teams.
It's heartbreaking.
We just really know how to get ourselves psyched up through the regular season just to have our souls crushed in the postseason.
Every year, basically. Well, I mean, every year that we're in it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the first time I want to say that I have looked at the Cowboys schedule. And they're going to get, I believe, the AFC West. And then I believe it's the NFC North this year with Lions, Vikings, Bears, Packers. Yeah. And then they'll get the third place teams, I guess, in the NFC, because that's where they finished in the division last year. But guess what's happening week 16?
Are we playing?
We got a Cowboys Chargers matchup, baby, in Dallas.
Is that in Dallas? All right.
Yeah, that is the game before Christmas, so 12/21. We got Cowboys Chargers.
Oh, shit.
That's a Sunday morning kick, 10 a.m. on Fox. But I don't want to look too far ahead. Just looking at the first 6 games of the Cowboys schedule, there's winnable games in there. There's some winnable games. Yeah. We will start the season off with a loss against the Eagles. I mean, it's in Philly. It's I think the Sunday night game of week 1. Excuse me. No, I take that back. That will be the season opener Thursday night on September 4th. That is NBC, also on the cock at 5:20. Yeah, listen, I'm not going to sit here and try and be like, I don't know, man. I think we can shock some people. That's going to be a loss. We're taking an L right away. Right after that, playing the Giants, which I will confidently say that's a win because the Cowboys have had the Giants number for the last 15 years.
You think? I don't know.
Stop.
Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston and who knows?
And Russell Wilson.
Oh,
they're
Wilson.
They're going to have 3 different quarterbacks playing during that game. Just 3 different offensive schemes that they have for each one of them out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The only thing that somewhat has me interested about the Giants this upcoming season is that D-line. I mean, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, now you add Abdul Carter into it. That could be
nasty.
That could be really nasty and cause some problems for some teams. It's just a matter of is their offense going to be able to keep the defense off the field long enough to where those guys aren't gassed by halftime, and that they're still able to get after the quarterback?
Yeah. I mean, the offensive side of the football is a big question mark there. I mean, besides Malik Neighbors, pretty much, I mean, you got, was it Tracy at running back right now? I mean, he's like a decent running back, but I don't think he's the answer. And then, their defense is way better than their offense.
Giants release first unofficial depth chart of the season. My God, they can, outside of Malik Neighbors, which is probably the best receiver they've had since Odell left.
Yeah.
Darius Slayton, Wandale, or is it Wayndale Robinson?
I think it's Wandale Robinson.
Yeah. Lil Jordan Humphrey.
Yeah, Lil Jordan Humphrey from the Broncos.
Since when is Lil in his name?
Oh, it's been there. It's one of my favorites.
There's no way. He's always had Jordan that.
Humphrey. Well, I think he's had it for the last 2 years at least. I know for sure last year, Lil Jordan Humphrey. Yeah.
And Cam Scatterbo. That's right.
Yeah, Scat.
I don't care what's on this depth chart, who's on this team. That's a dub. That's a dub week 2 for the Cowboys. I'm counting it. But then you go to Chicago week 3, which God only knows what's going to happen with the Bears, especially after some of the highlights or lowlights coming out of camp of Caleb Williams.
I'm trying not to get too high and not too low on all these things that I'm seeing, to skew me too much right now. But that is kind of a crapshoot situation. They've done a lot of things to make things better offensively for Caleb Williams.
Yeah, weapons, offensive line, like all.
Will it translate? Yeah.
Yeah. It's so weird. He's going into year 2. I was saying this on my show on Saturday, Sports Saturday, 105.1 The Fan, 1080 The Fan, Fan Sports Network, Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcasts. It's like, it's only year 2, but it's also kind of one of those like, dude, we are literally putting everything around you to succeed, and you should succeed. So it's not like put up or shut up, but it almost kind of feels like that for him, like unfairly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Well, he's got no more excuses now, right? Like, it's his second year in the league. They got him an offensive head coach who's done great things with Jared Goff, and now he's expected, with the weapons around him, the offensive line that they invested in, to start producing. And this is a production-based league, and if you're not, you're going to get replaced pretty quickly. No matter if you're number 1, number 2, first-round pick, they're always looking for your replacement. So he's got to show something.
And then after that, against the Packers, I believe that's a Sunday night game that they're playing the Packers, which probably going to be a loss. It's in Dallas, but knowing how, again, I just have no faith in this Cowboys team that when they play the good teams, they're going to win. The Giants,
they'll shock a couple people.
Yeah, but that's classic regular season Dallas right there. Like,
where are you at right now with your record on this? Like, you're like
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah, you beat the Giants, you beat the Bears, you lose to the Packers, and then you go to New York to play the Jets, and then to Carolina to play the Panthers, which honestly, those should be wins, but one of those very well could be a loss. But you're going against the Jets with fucking Justin Fields. Like, the Jets are such a dumpster fire, dude. Like, that.
You're not feeling them?
No, they couldn't run the ball last year. Don't know why I should believe that they'll be able to run the ball this year, that Breece Hall is just going to pop off and have a resurgence year.
Be healthy.
Yeah.
Like, that's, Garrett Wilson got paid.
He did.
But yeah, I mean, it's another one from Justin Fields. I got to see it still. He's in one of those, like,
and this is year
quarterback.
This is year 5 for him.
Yes. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just about out on him. I should be out on him. I don't know why anybody is again. I think it's just first round quarterback syndrome, where whenever a quarterback is taken in the first round, everybody's going to hold on to that sense of that he could pop eventually.
Yeah. No.
But if it's a fucking 6th round dude, like Brock Purdy goes through this, where it's just like, yeah, you were Mr. Irrelevant and have led your team to the playoffs, and you're super consistent, one of the better quarterbacks. I'm like, I still got to see it though. I still got to, I don't know. I don't know if he's the real deal. It's like, I think he's proven he's a fucking good quarterback in the NFL. Whereas Justin Fields, we're going to give like a super long leash and give him chance after chance as a starting quarterback.
Well, I mean, I just kind of think back to when the Jets made the playoffs with Mark Sanchez, and it was like they had a good line, they could run the football, and their defense was really good. And I'm just thinking, like, you don't need your quarterback to be amazing, but you just need him not to make a bunch of mistakes.
Yep.
And you have to have a really special other part of the team, like the defense. So I think the Jets defense is going to be pretty good, but again, I don't know what to expect from that offense. So,
and then going to the last game of the first 6 games of the season for the Cowboys, that last game, that 6th game is against the Panthers, which another one, like first round quarterback syndrome is Bryce Young. You know, he's going to get a chance to, you know, try and show that he's a competent quarterback. He got one extra weapon at wide receiver with Tetaroa McMillan. They paid Chuba Hubbard. They got Rico Dowdle.
Big time pickup.
Huge.
They got Jimmy Horn from Colorado.
I'm looking at Jimmy Horn Jr. There he is. Yeah.
How about that? He's going to be pretty legit.
Hunter Renfrow, Jalen Coker. My God, this is a great that guy from college roster. Like, hey, remember him from college? Like,
dude, I've seen clips of like people interviews from the Carolina practices saying that Renfro's unguardable right now.
Dude, I mean,
his routes.
Renfro's good. He was good in Oakland. He's a feisty little bastard.
Yeah.
He is the classic scrappy small white receiver.
He's a little Wes Welker.
Yes. I mean, he had 1,000-yard season in 2021.
Yeah, he's bringing it back, Bryce Young.
So yeah, those first 6 games, I'm going either 3-3 or 4-2. That's classic though. Cowboys 9-8. Cowboys are back to their 9-8 days. They're 8-8 days of being just right in the middle. Like, I remember that it was 3 straight seasons of Mike McCarthy going like 10-6 or better. And it was like, you can't say we're an 8-8 team anymore, baby. I think we're right back in that territory of just being 8-9, 9-8, missing out on the playoffs, like just not good enough.
Oh, yeah. The Chargers start out in Brazil, so that'll be sick against the Chiefs.
Let's go. Brazil game,
huh? Brazil game, and I think there's a legit chance we could start out 0-3, so that's cool.
Stop.
I do. I mean, we play the Broncos and the Commanders. Chiefs, Broncos, Commanders. I'm not going to confidently say that we beat all 3 of those teams.
You got Raiders in there week 2. You got Chiefs.
Yeah. We do.
You got Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Giants, Commanders. I mean, I see a 2-2 start at least in those first 4 games.
Oh, yes, you're right. Yeah, I guess 2-2. I could be like your Cowboys.
Honestly, I see you could easily beat the Chiefs week 1. And I don't say easily like dominating them, but
by the way, we haven't beat the Chiefs in so long.
I can see
own us.
Yeah, but it's not at home. It's in Brazil. It's not a classic at Arrowhead divisional matchup at 10 a.m. in October. All right.
It's almost better that we're not in LA.
Yeah, it's a wonky week 1 game in Brazil where the Chiefs, they could easily lose that game, but then win the next 16. And then at the Raiders, that's an interesting team just based off of obviously Pete Carroll and now Geno Smith being a part of it. It's like, I have no idea. I think they're over under set at like 7.5.
Yeah, Ashton Genty.
No fucking idea what's going to happen with that team.
I think it's an interesting team. They got Dante Thornton Jr. They drafted him, the old Duck, Tennessee Vol. And he's been making some waves in camp. But they got rid of Devontae Adams, so it's like, who's your going to be? I mean, they got 2 legit tight ends in Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer. So I think that they'll be all right, and they're going to rely on Genty a ton.
Yeah.
I just don't know how good that line is. Might be all right.
Still got Colton Miller there. Our boy JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson, still holding it down. Alex Kappa. DJ Glaze. Kappa's like a journeyman guard at this point. DJ Glaze. Honestly, if he doesn't make it in football, he definitely has a good name to be a DJ. Like, he's in the perfect city for it too. Like, just when he's done being an offensive tackle for the Raiders, he can just head over to the Wynn or one of the clubs and casinos and be a DJ there.
Or he can open up his own donut shop. Who knows?
Either way, the guy's got plenty of career paths he can go down if football doesn't work.
Yeah, this Chargers schedule is, I guess, if you get past the Chiefs and the Commanders, we got winnable games here.
You got the Broncos at home. Broncos at home. You're in New York against the Giants. That Commanders one will be tough, but you get the Commanders at home. I mean, I would say the toughest opponents in your first 6 games are either home games or not in Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately the 3 playoff teams you play next season, Chiefs, Broncos, Commanders, you get at home or in Brazil.
Yeah, but just keep in mind, our home field is not really home field. We're almost better on the road.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, I think that you would agree that if you are going to play the Broncos or Commanders, you'd rather do it away from their stadiums, especially them coming off of playoff seasons.
Yeah. No, that is true. I can't wait to fucking just beat up the Steelers on Sunday Night Football at home, though. November 9th. Oh, they want to come all the way out the SoFi and get just beat up.
So 2 questions. 1, are you going to that game? And 2, are you going to a Chargers game this year in LA or anywhere?
Well, it's tough because I already kind of made my decision this year that I'm going to that Penn State game.
So that's your trip.
In late September, the last weekend. So I wish I could swing multiple trips a year, but going all the way to the East Coast and paying for everything we got to pay for and ticket over there, it's a little spendy. So
I know that we have a smaller listening audience, and probably anybody that listens to this program knows you and your life, but also you've got some expenses coming up in the next couple of years.
Yeah. Whenever that happens, still not decided when, but already had an expense done.
that probably took out the chances of going to 2 football out of state football games.
Yeah, that took away my SoFi experience this year.
And if you don't know what we're talking about, Tanner got a big old rock for the lady. We're gonna have a Miss Stefferns here in the next couple of years.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
She's pumped. I'm pumped. Yeah.
How about whenever that happens, you plan it around a football game in Los Angeles and you do like an out-of-state wedding.
You know what? I already said that I'm not doing it.
What, you got the wedding on a Saturday and then Chargers game at SoFi on Sunday? Let's go. This
is going to be like a March, April wedding. It's not going to be even close to football season.
That's a smart fucking man right there. Because Bud, I hear you on that. That is the last person you want to be, especially with our friend group, is that, I planned the wedding for September 14th, 15th, when we're playing whoever non-conference big opponent that we're both ranked top 10 or something like that.
Yeah, she already knows that that's not happening, and I don't want it to be 90 degrees out either when I'm having my wedding.
So nice little spring wedding then, huh?
Yeah, you already saw what happened to my ass sweat. I don't need that happening on my wedding day. So,
dude,
we're trying cool temperatures.
As someone who DJ'd multiple weddings, summer weddings, obviously the weather's great, but when you are in slacks and a long sleeve button up and a blazer, dude, it's the fucking worst.
Forget about it. Yeah, that's why I already thought about that. I'm like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want anyone else to have to suffer through that. When you have to put on slacks or like nice pants, I don't want to be sweating. No. So I've already decided no summer wedding, no football wedding. That really limits my time. And I don't really want to do it during March Madness. So I'm kind of like going towards April.
Late April, maybe early May.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
I respect it. It's a smart man. Smart man. But getting back to the Charger side of things, but I mean, and then you get the Dolphins week 6. I mean, in Miami, which I feel like a lot of people are selling their Dolphin stock right now.
There are. And like, I don't know if that's the best idea, but also at the same time, they're not giving me much like hope because I don't know if Tyreek actually wants to be there. Or if him and Mike McDaniel are actually going to get along, or what the deal is with that. But and Jalen Waddle, can he stay healthy? And is Tua going to be able to make it through a season? I don't know. So
yeah, it's there's just a lot of like things that have to go right for them. I mean, as far as I can remember, I don't know if they made any huge offseason moves. They
got rid of Javon Holland. I was pissed.
That's true. They did.
He's in the Giants now.
But they did get Minkah Fitzpatrick back. And they really only had to give up Jonnu Smith and Jalen Ramsey for that. Honestly, I'd rather have Minkah Fitzpatrick than those two.
Wow, a hot take.
I mean, maybe I'm just crazy, but I feel like Jalen Ramsey is on the back nine of his career and not as productive. Minkah Fitzpatrick is still only 28 years old, and I think has been one of the best safeties in the league consistently, top 5 for his entire fucking career, it seems like. Jalen Ramsey's been good. He's had good seasons, but I don't think he's as effective as he used to be. And I think I would much rather have Minkah Fitzpatrick than Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith.
I mean, how Jonnu?
You got Darren Waller now.
Yeah. Darren Waller, he's back from his rap career, right?
Ooh, or third string tight end Pharaoh Brown.
Oh yes, let's go. Jalen Ramsey's 30, right?
He was in the 2016 draft. I remember that because it was the same draft of Ezekiel Elliott. And yes, he is 30 years old. He'll be 31 in October.
All right. So he's got about like 3 to 4 years left of like probably playing somewhat high quality football. I don't know.
I mean,
do you know how many? There's so many unknown teams right now. Like, so many different things can happen in the NFL right now. Like, you've got to see how it all works out because there's so many like moving pieces each year, And then you get in and you're like, they could be good or they could really suck. Like, so many things happen in such a long season. It's like you need so much depth and so many things to go right that it's really just a crapshoot start every year.
I feel like this is the first season in a while, though, where I have no idea what to expect from like a lot of teams. Like, there's a lot of teams going into this season that are in that range of 7 to 10 wins that I don't know which way they're going to go. If they're going to just shit the bed and fall apart, or if they're going to be a playoff team. Like, there is a lot of teams like that. I mean, just looking at every team, like, I have no idea what's going to happen with the Dolphins. Do the Patriots make a jump? Probably not, but I mean, they got Vrabel there now, who did great things with Tennessee. The Bengals have no idea what's going to happen there. The Steelers, no idea what's going to happen there. The Texans,
the Aaron Rodgers experiment.
Yeah, the Texans should be good, but they kind of fell back to earth a little bit after last season. I think that playoff win was a little bit fluky because that is not how good they were during the regular season.
They were losing in the first half. Classic,
The Jags, no idea what's going to happen with them. The Broncos, like, does Bo Nix have regression? But apparently everything sounds good coming out of training camp with him and that he's ready to just take another jump.
I think Jacksonville takes a step this year from what they did last year.
Yeah, there's just a lot of intriguing situations out there where that's why it has me like going back and forth, where it's like Liam Cohen and the Bucks did not skip a beat last year after losing Brian Canales 2 years ago. And that offense was humming just as good as it was the year before. And now he's taking over. I love giving young quarterbacks, young offensive coordinator as head coaches. Like, the Bears getting Ben Johnson. I fucking love that move. Like, I am very intrigued with the Jaguars to see if Liam Cohen is like, okay, yeah, he knows how to fucking scheme up an offense, or if like he is overwhelmed as a head coach and they're not able to take that step. And then it's like, fuck, now we're stuck with this Trevor Lawrence contract and we don't have a good enough team to compete. Our secondary still sucks. Like,
I mean, those are all valid concerns. I will say one team that I am high on this year coming in, and I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah.
I like what they've done in the offseason. I like their draft. I think they got a million weapons for Baker.
Yep.
Bucky on his second year. Obviously, Chris Godwin comes back from his injury. We'll see how that goes. It doesn't really matter because they drafted Emeka Buka and Tez Johnson. Mike Evans is going to do what he does. Kate Otten is a solid option at tight end. So, and their offensive line's good. So that'll be fun to watch. I'm high on them. I could be off, but I think preseason has me buying into the Bucs.
Oh, I'm with you on that. I also think it's one of the best running back rooms in the NFL. Like with Bucky, Rashaad White, Sean Tucker, like all those dudes kind of had moments. I mean, Bucky Irving had a great year last year, but all those guys had moments last year where it was just like, you could start either fucking one of them. And then Bucky just kind of separated himself as the season went on. But those three, as you mentioned, I mean, Mike Evans, Godwin, Emeka Egbuka. I mean, Jalen McMillan had some moments last year.
McMillan was really solid there at the end.
Baker loves Sterling Shepard going back to the Oklahoma days. As you mentioned, Tez Johnson. I mean, I'm smelling what you're stepping in on this team, dude.
It's just weapon after weapon after weapon, and it's going to be tough to defend. So,
well, and then what's fucking great about this Tampa team is that yes, your offense, like all those weapons, and then you have Todd Bowles that is basically just like, all right, you guys got that covered? Cool. I'm just going to fucking run an annoying, feisty, in-your-face defense throughout the season, and I got that taken care of. Like, it's one of those head coach situations where it's like, I really don't have to worry about the fucking offense, and I can be essentially a D coordinator with the head coach title.
Yeah. He's going to blitz the hell out of you every week, and you know it's coming, but you still somehow can't stop it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm right there with you, and they love playing for him. So
yeah,
when you got a good culture, good locker room, and good coaches, that's all recipes for winning. So
yeah. Now I'm trying to think of a team that I'm high on that is not of the, traditional top teams like, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Eagles. I'm really kind of looking through the league and trying to pinpoint one team where I'm just like, dude, they could make a splash this year. I mean, if I'm gonna say that there's one team, if I got to put money on one team that missed the playoffs last year that maybe is flying under the radar, I would go Falcons.
Okay.
I think, and as much as it kills me, but granted, when he finished at Washington and was then going into the draft and being an NFL quarterback, Michael Penix to me was the best quarterback coming out of that draft. And to me was the one that I was like, I will bank on him being a fucking awesome quarterback. And they said yesterday, I was watching that inside training camp on the NFL Network, and they were, because every day that they do that inside training camp, they only go to like a certain amount of camps. So yesterday it was like Atlanta, Cleveland, I think New Orleans, but they were in Atlanta yesterday, and apparently he put on a fucking show. And it was raining. It was gross. It was not like a typical training camp day. And everybody was fucking raving about him. And I think that he has the weapons. Like, he's in a pretty good situation. Raheem Morris, kind of similar to Tampa, where it's like he's a defensive-minded guy. So I'm confident that he's going to have that defense ready to go.
Is this his second or third year as the head coach there?
Second year, Raheem Morris. Yeah, he got hired last year, and then they got Kirk Cousins, and it'll be his second. But
yeah,
I mean, not as good of weapons as Tampa, but still, I mean, Bijan Robinson is going to be taken very highly in a bunch of fantasy drafts. Drake London, Darnell Mooney was pretty solid for him last year. I love Tyler Algier as their backup. I've always been a Tyler Algier fan, back to his BYU days. And I don't know what is happening on Twitter. I don't know if this is Kyle Pitts and his agent and his PR team. I don't know if they're buying ad time on Twitter, but whenever I go to the For You tab on Twitter, I get a ton of Kyle Pitts stuff. And people are like, I'm buying Kyle Pitts this year. This is
everyone's buying Kyle Pitts.
Because again, I don't know what happened at my algorithm, but he is a bunch of shit about him is popping up. And I was like, what? Maybe because it is Penix. Apparently they're hanging out together, spending time outside of camp, like to build the relationship. But
yeah,
people are buying the Kyle Pitts stock again. I don't know. I'm just, I think anybody is always questioning the Kyle. You want to talk about a put up or shut up year for a player. I mean, at that Kyle Pitts, I mean, you got a new quarterback and a really good one at that. I don't see how this could be like, if Kyle Pitts doesn't produce, they're like, oh yeah, we'll give him another year to try and find himself.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So, yeah, I guess that'd be the one team that I would go with that did not make the playoffs last year. I mean, they almost made the playoffs last year, but because I'm just looking around, like, I think if you were to say the Bengals, it wouldn't be like, oh wow, big shocker there, like that they make the playoffs. I mean, they have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. I'm not buying the Colts. I'm not buying the Titans. I just don't know if I can trust the Jags. Again, the Raiders, like, they're going to be different this year, but I don't know if they're going to be a ton better, maybe 2-game improvement, but that's still not good enough for playoffs.
I'll tell you my team that I'm out on, and it's the Saints. Especially in that division.
Oh yeah, I think
I'm out
they're
on
going
the
to
Saints.
be. I think they're going to be like a 4 to 6 win team this year.
Oh, it's going to be bad whenever you got Tyler Shuck as your starter and Spencer Rattler as your backup. It's really not looking good.
Well, what they need to do is throw Jake Haener in that bitch and have him start. The former Fresno State Bulldog. You go from Fresno State Derek Carr to Fresno State Jake Haener, baby. You keep that tradition going there.
That guy is a Bulldog.
That guy's got fucking heart.
I'll tell you what. I think New Orleans has Ugo Amadi as their starting nickelback right now.
Okay.
Shout out the Ducks, but I don't know if that's really what you want to hear if you're a Saints fan. But I mean, we'll see if Chris Olave can stay out of concussion protocol. He's about one or two concussions away from being like not playing football anymore.
Yeah, he's a walking Reggie Ray right there.
Yeah,
they should have the concussion counter on the scoreboard for Chris Olave. Like it's getting scary.
And they're starting Chase Young as one of their like outside linebacker rushers.
Oh, God.
Kool-Aid McKinstry, one of the corners. So it's going to be interesting to see with that team, but I'm out on them. That is my one team that I just can't get behind.
Yeah. First year Kellen Moore. It's so funny looking at NFL rosters because you see names, you're like, oh yeah, okay. But for God's sakes, one of their starting receivers is going to be Brandon Cooks. Like,
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Beavs out there, but he is not Brandon Cooks of old. And of course, give it to the Cowboys to fuck up his consecutive seasons of 1,000 yards. Like, of course, right? Like he had like 5 or 6 seasons straight of 1,000 yards, and then as soon as he gets the Cowboys, that record goes away.
Yeah, classic. At least you didn't have a wide receiver come back and then retire on you. So
that's true. The team that I'm out on is the Minnesota Vikings. I think that JJ McCarthy's going to struggle. I think he's going to have a rough, essentially rookie season because he didn't play last year. The one good thing that they have going for them is that they have Kevin O'Connell, who seems to be able to make a winning playoff team out of popsicle sticks every year. Like Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold. Offense. Yes. Yeah. Like there's some, and you want to talk about a coach where his players play for him. Like he has that. I'm nervous that was a flash in the pan season. And then you're going to have a rookie quarterback starting where everybody says, oh, he's going into one of the best situations in the league though. Like he should be able to have success. It's like, okay, that's great. That doesn't mean that just plug and play and that you're just going to get a repeat of last season.
Yeah. I mean, you got Aaron Jones coming back. Hopefully he can stay healthy and have a good season. And then Jordan Addison's done for the first 3 games of the season just today because of the substance abuse.
Did not see that. That sucks.
Yeah, so he will be suspended for the first 3. They drafted Ty Felton from Maryland, and I think he'll be a good player, but how quick? And then Jalen Naylor is a solid option at wide receiver next to Justin Jefferson as well. And then always TJ Hawkinson. So they have weapons for him. It's not like the cupboard's bare. It's just, what are you going to see and how quickly are we going to see Sam Howell?
I pray for Vikings fans' sake that you never see Sam Howell because that dude is a pick machine. He threw so many bad picks for the Commanders. And then I know he was on the Seattle last year, and thank God he only got 14 attempts because any more than that, and you would be thoroughly upset.
I watched one of the Seahawk game with a Seahawk fan, and he wanted Sam Howell in there instead of Geno.
Dude, there was a weird contingency of people in this area that thought that he might be like, dude, I think Sam Howell might be next up. I'd be like,
Yeah,
you do not want that. Like,
he's our savior.
I saw him when he played the Cowboys a couple times, and then saw him outside of that. Dude, no.
That defense should still be pretty good for the Vikings, though.
It should be, but I just go back to the, can you keep them off the field? And any defense that, I don't care how good of a defense you are, if you have to keep getting run out there every 5 minutes because your offense is 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 4 and out. Oh, they're making a drive up interception. Like, and you just feel like you're having to fucking bail the team out week after week. Then that's what makes me reluctant to see this Vikings team have success this year. I think they're over under. I was just looking at this the other day. I think it was set at 8.5.
I could see 9 wins, though. I mean, honestly, it all comes down to the quarterback play and what you get from J.J. McCarthy. But any team with Harrison Smith and Andrew Van Ginkel, I'm down for in the back.
Such a good name. Such a good name.
They got Dallas Turner. I'm excited to see what he can do off the edge.
God damn it. I'm trying to find the win totals for each team. Here we go. Vegas Insider win total odds. Vikings at 9.5 over and under. Give me the under. I'm smashing the under.
Smashing.
Absolutely smashing the under on the Vikings. I'm what I love about the NFL, and maybe just because like compared to college you have just 32 teams compared to 1 billion, is that there is a story for every team going into this season. Like, that is compelling. Like, I could spin a wheel and have it land on a team and be like, all right, why is this team interesting? I think there is only probably about 2 to 3 teams where that would be a tough sell as to why I would give a shit. But outside of that, every team, there is something intriguing about them.
Yeah. And I mean, that's what's so fun about the NFL is like really the unknown. And with these preseason games, the early ones at least, you're not going to get a lot of answers. It's just people trying to make rosters, So you're going to have to wait till week 1, week 2, week 3 to really get an answer and see what teams are. But I'm excited for it, I'm excited to see how these guys do. A lot of the rookies too. It's always exciting to see how these rookies translate from the college game to the pro game, and do they justify where they were drafted? So,
well, this was something I brought up on my show a few weeks ago, or maybe I was filling in on a show, and obviously there's not many rookie quarterbacks this year, but the amount of every second-year quarterback that was drafted in the first round will be starting day 1 for their teams to start the season.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy.
I mean, you'll have Caleb Williams, obviously. You're going to have Bo Nix starting. J.J. McCarthy will be back. Michael Penix will be starting game 1. And I feel like my dumbass is forgetting one other quarterback. Drake May for the Patriots. So, I mean, just seeing which one of those players makes a step or steps back or proves themselves as the real deal after the first season, that will be one of the more intriguing storylines, I guess, to me, is which second-year quarterback has a sophomore slump, which one makes a sophomore jump. And again, with J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix getting a full season under their belts. I know Penix kind of has a leg up because he started 3 games last year, but seeing which one of those guys in their first full year as a starter is going to be the guy there. So,
yeah, and I mean, they all have different situations too. So,
Yeah.
Who can make the most of what they're in.
Yeah. No, it's yeah. I just like all of football, college and NFL, can't wait. There's part of me that's all because I can't trust my fucking Cowboys anymore and they just break my heart year after year, is that I just look forward to the season and all the games and all the teams and everything versus just Cowboys games. Like,
yeah.
Years past, it would just be like I'd be locked in on every Cowboys game. All right, what's happening next week? Like overanalyzing everything. And now it's just like, dude, fuck them. I'm going to give way more attention to everybody else out there in the league.
Yeah, I want to watch it all.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, all right. Want to jump over to some college football?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I mean, again, this is what I put in the description for this episode, is obviously being the first one of the football preseason, rather, is like where to start, because there's just so many intriguing storylines in college as well. And obviously like you being who you are and a fucking psychopath and knowing the DB coach for Texas State or the offensive line coach for UTEP and who transferred from where to where, obviously the easy place for us to start is just Oregon and go from there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just brief on Oregon State, at least right now. I mean, there's a million storylines, and the coaches poll came out this week, so you can.
The coaches poll did come out. Yeah, I want to get to that in a little bit.
That stuff.
But I do want to start with Oregon, because what's been intriguing to me with the Ducks is all these lists start to come out, like Bruce Feldman's freak list.
Did you see that?
I first time I looked at it today. Yes.
Two Ducks on there.
The 40 most important college football players in 2025. The Doak Walker watch list came out today. We were looking at, was it last week when we met up, that list from CBS of like players that have to make the biggest jump or biggest impact with their new teams or whatever. And Malik Benson was on, but there's so many different Duck players that are showing up respectively in each of these lists that it makes a lot of players like, I don't know who to watch game one. Like, I don't know what unit I want to focus in on. Like, it's going to be hard because also, spoiler alert, your boy will be hosting Ducks post-game shows on 105.1 The Fan and 1080 The Fan.
Let's go.
But now with that, I'm very much just like, okay, I need to observe these games in such a different way now than I ever have. Yeah. But it's making it very
to everything.
But that's the thing, is that how do you pay attention to everything and not kind of focus in on where the ball's at? Yeah. And that one group of players. Like, do I want to focus on the DBs because it's a completely new DB room with 2 transfers, and then Jaleel Florence, is he going to make that jump? Is it the defensive line? Is it all of the offense? Because it seems like every starter on offense is a new starter this year. Like,
well, I mean, that's our whole secondary. It's all new.
Yeah.
No one's back. Everyone's new. So there's so much to unpack on our team, and there's so much unknown, but there's so much talent. So it's like, can you get them all to buy into the winning culture that we have? And I mean,
talk about the NFL with multiple storylines. Like, this Ducks team has multiple fucking storylines. Like, obviously the quarterback room. My thing with the offense is I am cautiously optimistic because there are so many new faces and new parts of this team. And then your number one receiver goes down essentially for the season. You're bringing in probably the best transfer running back in the country. You're bringing in 2 transfers on the offensive line.
You got 3, baby.
Who's the third I'm missing? Because I'm thinking of the Nevada kid, the Texas State kid.
And we got Emmanuel Pregnon from USC.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
he's
you.
going to start at guard. He's an NFL guard. He's massive.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and
so
to bring up USC transfers, it's like, all right, Bear Alexander, like here you are after being a highly sought after recruit, going to USC and then Georgia, and now you're on your third team and you're a junior. Like, are you gonna fucking show up?
Yep. Yeah. Who's going to be the one that steps up for Evan Stewart getting hurt? Is one that I'm going to be, because it's fairly brand new without Tez Johnson, Trayshawn Holden.
I mean, really,
and
the
then-
only guy we've ever seen really any serious run from on that wide receiver group is Gary Bryant Jr. But that is
And Justice Lowe. Justice Lowe
That's
got
true.
a
Yes.
little bit
Yeah.
last year, but still, like, it's not. And can Gary Bryant stay healthy?
Yeah.
That's been his problem throughout college, when he was at USC and since he's been at Oregon. He's always had some sort of nagging injury where he can't finish a season. He has promising plays, but I'd like to see him like stay healthy and lead this wide receiver room because he's got a ton of experience.
Well, if NCAA College Football 25 taught me anything, Kyle Casper and Jurion Dickey are about to have some huge seasons.
I hope Kyler Casper does.
Record-breaking seasons. I'm hoping we're getting Jeff Mail 2.0 with Kyle Casper.
He just needs – that's another guy who hasn't stayed healthy. He's tried to put on a bunch of weight and try to get a little stronger. He was getting pushed around a lot. He is a big target, though, especially in the end zone. And so I'm excited to see if he can actually break into the rotation. I don't know. Like, in another storyline is we signed the number one wide receiver in the country, Decorian Moore. Yeah. And is he going to come in and light it up like a Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith? Or is he a little bit a tier right behind him and is productive and does what we need him to do? But I think there's some special qualities about him that we're going to see, and we haven't really seen out of high school as a duck wide receiver in a long time. Yeah. I mean, even Troy Franklin was like one of our best wide receivers ever. And I think when all said and done, Decorian could be up there as our best ever. So it's, I mean, the only sure thing I know is that Kenyon Sadiq is an absolute star. That's one thing I do know.
Another one on that, on Bruce Feldman's freak list.
Yes. Amari Washington, the other one on that list, D tackle. He's going to be an absolute monster.
Did you see some of the lifting numbers from that article of Amari Washington?
Dude, his vertical is 36 inches and he's 330 pounds.
I gotta read this. So yeah, number 4 on Bruce Feldman's freaks list for this upcoming season, which this list, I always love reading it, but also has like a it kind of gets me a little upset every year when I read it for the first time, because Mozzie Smith was like number 2 on this list his last year at Michigan, and that's who the Cowboys drafted, and still waiting for him to pop. And I always go back. I'm just like, he was like number 2 on Bruce Feldman's fucking freak list his last year at Michigan, and it'd be nice if he kind of.
Sometimes they don't pop, though. You know, sometimes they don't end up popping, but they got some freakish athletic ability.
Yeah, but Amari Washington, as a fucking nose tackle, D tackle, he clocked in at 20.89 miles per hour on his sprint. As you mentioned, 36 inches on his vertical jump. As a fucking D tackle, 6'3", 338.
300, yeah.
Jumping 36 inches. And then his
lifting power.
Yeah, his lift combo was 755-pound squat, 475 bench press, and 385 power clean. I got to pull up a calculator for that, because that's over the 1,500-pound club.
I know, listening to Tony Tuioti when he last spoke about Amari Washington, he said that he has like some elite traits of like how strong like his first punch is. Like when he explodes off, it's like unreal how strong he is.
Yeah, Lanning says he always had an elite get off and could get knocked back on the line of scrimmage, but his technique has really come along to match it now.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I think he's going to be, obviously, him and Bear Alexander will probably start in the middle. But they have so many guys behind him, Terrence Green and what's the other guy? Tione Gray. They're both 166, 165. They call them the T Towers, or the Twin Towers in the middle. They're both 300 plus pounds. It's just, you got some massive humans in the middle. You just got to get them to clog up lanes, stop the run.
By the way, those 3 lifting numbers combined, that's 1,615 pounds.
Yeah, that guy can move some weight. Let's just say that.
It's fucking insane, dude. Like, imagine just being that large of a human being. This is why I've always said, if I was born in a second life, I've said, make me a giant defensive lineman, either D tackle, edge rusher, not even an edge rusher. Just make me someone that could just move bodies in the middle and just clog up lanes. Like,
yeah, that would be nice.
Big son of a bitch from like Mississippi, Alabama, just in the deep, deep bayou somewhere in Florida. That is just this absolute specimen, just getting off the line,
blasting through blocks.
Oh, dude, I would, yeah. Again, when I die one day, have me reincarnated as just a absolute disruptor at the line of scrimmage.
I think one of my like biggest questions, obviously, since our whole secondary's lost, is seeing like Dylan Thieneman transfer into this defense to lead the back end. And we have so many young guys back there who are going to be the guys that step up and hold it down, because honestly, over the last few years, although they were serviceable players, they weren't game changers. Kobe Savage and Johnson, who were back there before. And these guys have different measurables. They can be something really, really impressive back there. I just want to see who's winning these battles, but we're not going to get any of those answers till week 1, knowing Dan Lanning. He's not going to tell you who's number 1. You're going to have to watch that first game against Montana State to see any of that.
I'm going to call a timeout before I piss my pants, but I still want to stay on that subject of the secondary. So
yeah,
it's about to get messy over here. It needs to be done.
Oh God, Fisher.
Right. Be right back. Or you can filibuster by yourself. Just talk to no one for 20 seconds.
Yeah. I am getting ready for my fantasy draft here soon, so I don't know who everyone else would take first if you had the first pick. Ooh, doggy.
All right, Daddy's back.
Ooh, doggy.
Daddy's back, and let's fill up the tank right away. Let's go right back to that water jug, baby.
Yeah, stay hydrated.
My nephew just started football this week for the Tigers. Go Tigers. And my sister was sending me pictures, and it was so funny, like the picture of him walking to the field with the water bottle that's just as big as him. Like the size
I remember those days.
The size of his fucking torso.
Just massive water bottles. Just the pads look huge on you. Your helmet's just so heavy.
Dude, the picture she sent of like just him and his get up, like his helmet and pads and everything, just looking at her, I was like, dude, he looks scared as shit right now. Like,
Oh,
She's
I
like,
always love those ones.
she's like, I think he was just overwhelmed by, all the testosterone. Like, I'm
Oh
like, oh
God.
yeah, I'm sure this is a little bit of a culture shock to him a little bit. But Dana, get
Gives
your
you a
ass in the huddle.
gives you a nice Nick Peel, Josh Haygood look. It's just, oh no.
But Dana, get your head out of your ass and make a play. Yes, coach.
Oh,
I
as
will
long as he's not
say,
just
I have the utmost confidence in that kid to lay some fucking hat. Like, he's always had this weird strength to him, like where he's just like compact, and also just like some kids just have that wire in them where it's just like, I go full speed and I don't know how to do anything else. Like,
little switch. He has that. That's good.
yeah, like I'm gonna fucking run through people, and it's kind of an accident because I just don't know how to go slower and go, like pull it back. And he's gonna be, I
Yeah.
feel like he's gonna be one of those kids in practice, and like when he gets older, that's gonna be like, Medina, calm down. These are your teammates, all right? Let's try not to get each other injured out here, all right? Like,
This isn't full speed.
bullshit, coach. If we're not going full speed, we're not making ourselves better.
Yeah. He just talks back to the coach right away.
Yeah. All right. Before I get back on the secondary of the Ducks, just want to say that, and this will pop up when we get closer to the season, some of the best names in college football. Vanderplug, that one of the best names, and he's a Duck, of course, baby. So we're gonna have Vanderplug. That is such a good name. Such a good name.
Yeah, that tight end room.
But to get back to the secondary, I think Dan in the squad, them getting transfers and two of the best secondary players in the conference, they recognize the need where they're like, we got torched the last 2 games of the year, and we need to shore up that part of our defense. Because if you look at D-line and linebacker, like those 2 levels, pretty fucking set. Like, you got to be pretty happy as Duck fans going into this season, having the defensive line that you do and the linebackers that you have. And so it's like, well, let's go get 2 transfers who are proven in our conference, and that will shore up at least half of our secondary.
Yeah, well, this might be a hot take, but I'm not even like convinced Theron Johnson is going to be I don't think that he should even be a starter, but I think they were nervous and they wanted veteran leadership in that room, and he's proven it in the Big Ten, obviously being second team All Big Ten last year. But I think Ife Obadegwu and Sione Lalaya, I think that those 2 guys could easily start over him. I think that they're that good. They have that much size. And I think that there's so many good young DBs in that room. And Jaleel Florence. Like, if he can stay healthy too, like, this should be another year where he proves himself. And I think they brought in Theron Johnson to make sure, like, hey, just in case one of these young guys isn't quite ready, we can fall back on him. But I think that they're going to find out that these guys are ready. Like, even Sione coming in from junior college a few years ago, the guy's 6'4". He's just like a mountain of a guy out there on the outside. So I don't see a way where he's not starting either. So
I would say that the biggest question marks on each side of the ball, I mean, quarterback, obviously it's a question mark because you don't know what you have with Dante Moore or Austin.
Also, are you taking any stock from what Dante did in UCLA or at UCLA and bringing it over here? Or are you going to just let that go because it was different team situation, different system, and his first freshman starts? Like, for me, that is out the window. I'm not judging by anything that he did there. I think he's super talented, and I think we're going to see, from what everyone's saying, and like even last year, I think that he can make some throws that other people just can't make. So we'll see that.
I would be more nervous if during that UCLA stint, because I don't think it was terrible. Like it
was decision making.
Yeah, it wasn't fucking great, but also I think that it's like, hey, Dante Moore, congratulations on being a starting freshman quarterback. Here's a Chip Kelly offense to figure out. Like,
here's a Chip Kelly offense with these weapons.
Yeah.
Like, who do you have to throw to? Now you got a bunch of freaks out there, you know?
Yeah. That's
so should make his job easier.
Yes. And if I'm putting weight in anything, I'm putting weight in that kid that committed to Oregon and then transferred to Cal, that 5-star quarterback after like a week of being in camp. Yeah. He was like, okay, I have no fucking chance.
He's like, yeah, there's no way I'm beating these guys out. All right.
Yeah. That cool. To me speaks volumes about what he saw and immediately was like, I do not have a chance to start and I want to start right away. And so like, all right, I'll go to Cal and because they're trash and Garbers is done with his 8th year in college.
It's a dumpster fire there. So
yeah. So I mean, outside of quarterback, obviously with biggest question mark, I think on both sides of the ball, it's the outside. It's what is the wide receiver room going to look like? Who's going to step up? Who's going to be the starters? And on defense, it's the secondary. It's, I mean, same thing. Who's going to be your starters? Who's going to step up? And also it's like already dealing with the wide receivers in a sense, like you have an injury, a major injury. So someone has to step up. Like if that happens in the secondary, God forbid, knock on wood, if Thielman goes down, like someone fucking better step up and be ready to play. If Florence goes down, like that is where, and that goes for a lot of teams. It's every team in the world that if someone goes down, who's going to step up. But I think of the entire team, you got to feel good about running back. You got to feel good about offensive line. You got to feel good about defensive line and linebacker, as I said earlier. So it's really on the outside edges, outside of the hashes.
Offensive line's one where it's like we got to stay healthy there too, because I don't know how much depth they have. They went and brought 3 transfers over, and then also we got to gel because again we saw the first 3 games of the year last year the offensive line was not what they were supposed to be at the start. They struggled against Idaho, and now we're getting another FCS opponent who's ranked number 2 in the FCS. And can we get these guys to gel together? I mean, they're all talented. They're big guys. Like there should be no reason why Coach Terry can't get these guys going. But still, it's a question mark because we saw what happened last year. And maybe it takes a few games to get acclimated with the guy next to you and know their keys and what they're calling, how they like to play. Yeah. So, and when you're trying to figure out who's going to be the starters in camp, you switch around lines. You're not in the same line every time, and you're playing with another guy. And that's why like the cohesiveness needs to start early. It needs to start earlier. They need to come up with, we might throw him in. Charlie Pickard's going to start at center for us to start. No, Charlie Pickard's not starting. We're going to put Poncho in there, and then things are going to start getting better. So it's like figure out who the guys are, let them get together. I understand mixing guys in and out so that they are ready if someone goes down. But once you find those guys, make sure they get the reps they need so they can be comfortable with the guys next to them. Because if our offensive line is not like our number 1 right now, then it makes Dante Moore's job even harder than what we want it to be for him already.
Yep. No, 100%. And I think that's, I feel like going into game 1 against Montana State, it is like the scars, the wounds are still fresh from week 1 against Idaho, to where I think that's probably what you want to see. Obviously, you want to see all the units play well and you want to see a dominant victory, but the amount of pressure that Idaho was able to generate against the Ducks last year, I do not want to see any of that in this game. I don't want to see Dante Moore or Novosad, whoever, on the ground at all. I want to see a yards per rush to be 6-7 yards during the game. Like, that is, to me, the biggest thing in that week one. Is obviously every group performs and you get a good win, but offensive line play is something I will definitely have my eye on in that week one game.
Yeah, it's what starts everything on that offensive side of the ball and what plays we can actually call. Because if we can't call a pass as longer developing routes, then you're going to see a bunch of fucking screen passes. You're going to see a bunch of like slants. You're going to see like quick routes and not let everything develop how it should develop in Will Stein's scheme. So it's one of those things I think running the ball is going to be our strength this year.
Yeah, I mean, which is, kind of Oregon to a T. It's always been able to hang your hat on a good rushing attack and set up the rest of the offense. So very intrigued to see Mekhi Hughes and Noah Whittington, what that looks like, those two together. But yeah, Mekhi Hughes, back-to-back amazing seasons at Tulane. Like, it's funny, like, for him being a transfer, I don't really have a whole lot of like fear or doubt or like nervousness about how he's going to perform. Like, if you're a good running back at Tulane, you should be a good running back at Oregon.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yes. Yeah. So,
yeah.
I know that, again, quarterback room and who's going to start and be the guy there is intriguing, but I wanted to talk to you about this list that was on ESPN, the 40 most important players in college football this season, because it opened my eyes, and this kind of ties into the coaches poll, is that there's a lot of teams at the top of that coaches poll that are starting new guys. Like, there's not a lot of returning starters, like outside of like Drew Aller and Cade Klubnik, Garrett Nussmeier. There are a lot of dudes like just running through this list, and this is the new starting quarterbacks for likely contenders. I mean, you have Arch Manning with number 1 Texas. You have Julian Sayin of number 2 Ohio State. You've got Gunnar Stockton, who we saw very small sample size of him last year in the playoff.
Yeah, I'm not too impressed, but it's okay.
No. You have CJ Carr, Notre Dame. You have Dante Moore, Oregon. You have Ty Simpson, Alabama. All these guys being essentially first-time starters, at least for bigger programs if they transferred or, whatever. But
is Carson Beck going to be able to be healthy and do anything at Miami? I don't know.
I mean, you would probably don't have a lot of confidence. He is literally like the highest paid player in college this year, so he better. But yeah, I mean, like, from what you saw last year, should you have a lot of confidence? I mean, they're going to win some games, but as far as Miami being like a playoff team and him being the catalyst of that, I don't have confidence in that. I'm not going to sit here and say that like that's going to happen. I would bet against it. But there's also like, again, I just found that super interesting. I'm like, God, there's a lot of teams that are ranked high to start that are going in with not completely unknown, but it's like you are getting the reins and you are the guy now. There is no, oh, we got some packages set up for you. And, oh, you're going to get a little bit of playing time here and there. It's like Texas and Arch, you are the guy, full stop. Ohio State and saying you're going to be the guy, full stop. I mean, Penn State was number 3 in the coaches poll, and we've seen Drew Aller, but quite frankly, he's got a lot to prove, even after starting all of last year. Again, number 4 is Georgia with Gunnar Stockton. Number 5 is Notre Dame with CJ Carr. Number 6, I mean, Klubnik's probably the best quarterback coming into the season. Like, I don't doubt that Clemson is going to be able to have a good year with him under center. But then, Oregon, number 7, Dante Moore. Number 8, Alabama, Ty Simpson. Number 9, LSU, Nussmeier. Number 10, Miami with Beck. 11, Sam Leavitt. How about this at number 12 though? Illinois.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. They got a lot of returners. They have a pretty good coaching staff. And then they finished last year beating South Carolina in that bowl game. I don't know. I don't remember. It was at the Pop-Tarts Bowl or something like that.
I think
know
it might
that
have been.
Brett Bielema and what's his name almost got in a fight. Like during the game, they were yelling at each other. Shane Beamer.
Right. Yes.
I was like a little fiery, but also you got Michigan. I can't believe Michigan's at 14. And are we getting Bryce Underwood or Mikey Keene, or who are we getting there? You know,
I don't know, but hopefully it's an improvement for the passing game because they could not fucking pass the ball at all last year.
The one I was shocked about was I understand why people are ranking them there, but I don't think Florida deserves to be in the top 25 to start the season. I don't care. Florida hasn't they haven't beaten a ranked team in a while. They haven't finished in the top 25 since 2019.
Yeah, that is solely based off they're buying stock in Lagway.
Yeah, it's just like you're gonna base everything off of Lagway, who hasn't been healthy in a long time. Yeah. Like the guy's still in a walking boot. Like, what are we doing?
Is he really?
Yeah, well, yeah, he came back and he had that like procedure on his elbow, and then he came back and they're like, "Oh yeah, he's healthy," and then all of a sudden, Lagway in a boot, like walking around, and it's like, well,
yeah,
is he actually back or what's the deal?
The Gainesville Sun has video of him throwing deep, whatever the hell that means. I don't know if that's just like a highlight from last year, but he did return to practice 3 days ago. So
okay, well that tells me he's good for a few days. Can he stay healthy? I don't know, but I bought stock in Austin Simmons this year for Ole Miss. Yep. I think he's going to be legit.
At number 15.
So, yep. Yeah, I'm excited to watch him. I think he's pretty electric.
Will SMU and Kevin Jennings be able to recreate what they did last year?
Yeah, that's one of those also unknowns.
Who's Tennessee throwing out at quarterback? Tennessee comes at 18 off obviously
Joey Aguilar.
Where did he come from?
Well, he came from UCLA. They literally switched quarterbacks. And
it's a trade.
Yeah, Joey Aguilar transferred from Appalachian State originally.
Oh.
And I don't think he's going to be that great. I think Tennessee's going to be interesting. They're going to try to run the ball a lot, probably. I don't know who was releasing footage from their practices, but there was some bad-looking throws, kind of like Marcel Reed that I saw from Texas A&M.
Oh, boy. That's not good.
But then, Fernando Mendoza, Indiana. We'll see how he translate over to Cignetti's.
Your boy Kurt.
Yeah,
you might be rocking some Indiana gear in the stadium that day.
No, I'm excited about going to that game, but I'm just going to be pumped for that game because who knows what the hell he's going to say before. He's one of those guys I like listening to before game days because he likes to talk a little shit sometimes. And
I love it. Yeah. I mean, you put me onto him last year, and then the more I started to pay attention to him, I was like, I love this. I love a coach that throws it out there, talks some shit.
Yeah, he's fun. I think he's a really good coach. So I think he'll have that team ready. Do I know how many games I think they're going to win? No. But I think they'll be in the upper tier of the Big Ten, though.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's there's just a lot of teams near the top that you're throwing out. Again, unproven's not the right word, but just intriguing question mark. What's
what
going to
is BYU
happen?
going to do at quarterback?
Oh dear God, I have no
That's
idea.
one that I don't know now that the BYU's out of there.
Yeah, going to Tulane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now they got a dude on ourlads.com, McKay Hillstead.
Okay, this is going to be interesting because that BYU team, that is a pretty talented team, and I don't know how much that quarterback controversy or what Retzloff did really effed the BYU this year, like leaving them with no choice.
How about
So
this?
late in the transfer portal.
Oh, these guys got to be brothers. They have the same exact last name. Backup quarterback, Bear Bachmeyer, and starting wide receiver, Tiger Bachmeyer.
Bear Bachmeyer, yeah, quarterback. I know
they've got a bear and a
Duxford.
tiger.
Those are definitely brothers.
Now I'm looking at their roster here, hoping that there's a lion in here somewhere.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Do you have a bear, a tiger, and a lion on BYU?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am not seeing a lion anywhere. That's a damn shame. I think they need to make a move here before the season starts and get themselves a lion.
Can we get a lion in here?
Is there anybody in college football with the first name Lion? And if so, how do we get him to BYU? Yeah, man. The 40 most intriguing, or what was it? The 40 most important players list. It was a good one to read just to, again, see who they're ranking as like the most important players. And they kind of have them just broken up into like the top guys are like new starting quarterbacks for likely contenders, quarterbacks with a potential game-changing leap in them, which had Drew Aller, Klubnik, Nussmeier, and Carson Beck. Young, inexperienced, new quarterbacks with both spoiler and contender potential. In that list was Lenore Sellers, DJ Lagway, John Mateer. That Oklahoma is one, as far as intriguing teams. I am very curious to see how this season goes. This is kind of put up a shut up season for Brent Venables.
I know. I'm actually pretty excited to see that team. They got Jaden Ott too.
That's right. They do have Ott from Cal. Yeah. That's
so.
I knew there was another reason why that team was intriguing, and I just outside of the John Mateer acquisition, but yeah. I mean, so in that young inexperienced with spoiler and contender was Sellers, Lagway, Mateer, Marcel Reed at Texas A&M, and Austin Simmons, your boy over there at Ole Miss. And then potential stars in need of a breakthrough. They have 3 dudes from Clemson, all at number 16. Danny Dennis Sutton from Penn State. My guy, Harold Perkins Jr., who I just absolutely love and think the world of. He just has to stay healthy, but I think he is uber talented and one of the best defensive players in a long time. And seemingly can play wherever Brian Kelly wants him to play. But this is number 1 on the most important non-quarterback transfers. The number 1 player on this list, Mekhi Hughes.
Yeah, I mean, he's just had so much production that it seems like this could be something that really helps us out. And can he do it in the Big Ten is another question for a lot of people. So
over 28 games at Tulane, he touched the ball 553 times and gained 3,022 yards with 24 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's just a bowling ball of a guy.
Well, hell, USC is familiar with him from a couple of years ago in that bowl game. So
that's true.
Speaking of USC, Zachariah Branch at Georgia is on here.
I'm very, very excited to see what he does there. I don't know what to expect, but he's too talented not to be able to break out.
In Georgia, they needed a number 1 guy. They did not have that last year. They had drop issues where they couldn't secure the ball. they need a guy like Zachariah Branch for sure.
Yeah.
2 Oregon players make this most important transfers list because Dylan Thieneman is also on here.
Yeah, I was waiting. Yeah, that makes sense. Just obviously seeing he's just going to be on a bigger stage now and not have to do everything. Which is nice. But yeah, we'll see that. I'm really excited to watch him. I think he's going to be really good, but see if he can make himself some money this year for the NFL draft.
Yeah. They didn't make the list, but they said like other players on here. There's a few different guys, but Isaiah World and or Emmanuel Pregnon.
Nice.
Yeah. I love this. I love this list. Only 2 guys on it. Grizzled old spoiler quarterbacks, Diego Pavia and Haynes King.
Of course.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Love Hayes King.
Yeah.
And Pavia, honestly.
Yeah. So this list, like 1 through 40, like you could change it, like as far as most, like, because number 24 of most important players in college football, number 24 is Jeremiah Smith. He's not he's much higher, but the way that they've broken this list up was in those different kind of categories. And he falls under the pure transcendence potential. With him, Caleb Downs,
that makes sense.
Peter Woods and TJ Parker of Clemson, and then Ryan Williams of Alabama.
Those are all, yep. I can see that.
See, but like on this list, like again, they have the and or section. Like the 2 dudes at Penn State, the running backs there, like aren't on this list. It's like I would say that those 2 are pretty important, and I'm basing on the names. Was it's Singleton, Nicholas Singleton, and Katron Allen.
Katron Allen,
yeah. It's like I think they're in the other section of these lists, which I would say that both those dudes are pretty fucking important to the success of Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, they're proven commodities. They've done it 2 seasons in a row, both over 1,000. So it's like, you know what you're getting with them.
Yeah, they fall in that pure transcendence potential category on this list here.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, to wrap things up here, before I go and skedaddle to pick up Joey from soccer practice.
Yeah, I gotta get going too.
Before I get the lad from the pitch. Give me 3 or 4 preseason bets, college football or NFL. They could be over under win totals. They could be over yards, under yards. Give me a little something. Give me some bread and locks here, please.
I have made 2 so far, and we got Southern Miss. I went and did their over 6 wins this year at plus 140 because 5.5 was a little too juiced to play. So I just kicked it up to 6. But I like that. They got Charles Huff coming in there, bringing basically all their players from Marshall. And I think that they're going to be in a really good position to have a bunch of senior leadership there. And I like their schedule. I almost want to put a little bit.
Southern Miss, let's go.
Yeah, Golden Eagles. They're going to be. I want them to win the conference, kind of. But right now, to win 6 at plus 140 was a good bet for me. Secondly, I placed a bet today, actually, for the Memphis Tigers and their FedEx money over 8.5 wins.
Oh, let's go.
So I really like Memphis this year.
Future Pac-12 member, Memphis.
Yeah, I mean they're one of those teams in that league where they got money. That's the thing, is they got money, they got talent. They're able to be a little bit better than everyone else, and I think they take a step this year, and I think they can win 9 games with their schedule. So those are 2 right now that I've made.
I love it. I love non-Power 5 win total bets, baby. That's the right into my veins all day long.
Those are the fun ones, you know. And then obviously I bet a little bit on Simmons, quarterback from Ole Miss, to win the Heisman at 30 to 1.
Well, okay, that's good value.
Long shot.
Yeah.
And then just a sprinkle on Jeremiah Smith as one of the non-quarterbacks to win the Heisman, because I just think he's that special of a player that you got to kind of give him his flowers. And who knows? I mean, teams might be playing him different this year, like doubling him a lot. Maybe he doesn't have the chance to get the stats he needs to. But when you think of the best player in college, I think of Jeremiah Smith. So,
yeah.
If it doesn't happen, it's all right. But I have a long shot too. I'm sure there's going to be more as we get a little bit closer rolling to the season that I'm going to put in. But right now, through some of the research I've done, those are two that I liked. So,
boy, if you got the Golden Eagles with a week 1 dub over Mississippi State, you got to be feeling real good at that point.
Dude, I'm not putting it past them. That's what I'm saying. Like, that would be awesome. And I looked at that too, and I was like, they could win that game.
Well,
they could win the game.
This is without me doing an SEC preview or knowing really too much about. I gotta imagine Mississippi State's projected to finish possibly last in the SEC outside of. I won't even say outside of Vanderbilt, because Vanderbilt was actually decent according to Vanderbilt standards last year.
Yeah, that's true. They were good last year, actually. I will say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of unknown in that conference. So I think it's for the taking for the Golden Eagles. I know it's against my Texas State boys. I'll always root for a little Texas State, but I think 6 wins is doable in this conference.
Well, you get Louisiana Monroe, so that's a dub right there. I think the Raging Cajuns, they've kind of fell back to earth a little bit. They used to be a pretty good program, but I think I could be talking completely out of my ass on that one, but didn't they just fire their head coach or something here recently?
The Raging Cajuns? Yeah, I think you're right. I think they're onto a new greener pastures.
Did I just pull a Tanner right there with some deep Sunbelt head coaching knowledge?
Yeah, that's right.
I don't think I did. But
Rich Rod is gone from Jackson State.
See, there you go.
Rich Rod's gone from Jackson State. Take that West Virginia job. They still have Butch Jones over there at Arkansas State. So
that's right.
But I think for the most part, I could see a win against Southern Alabama. I could see a win against Troy. There's a lot of toss-ups here.
And
it was just too much for me.
And I was completely wrong. Louisiana Raging Cajuns finished 10-4 last year. So
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, completely wrong on that one there, Bob.
I mean, even if they lost to Louisiana, I still think that they could get App State.
Yeah.
They could get Jackson State for sure. Louisiana Tech, yes. Georgia Southern, yes. So there's a lot of games I feel good about. So 6 wins plus 140, I like that one.
Maybe it was Louisiana Tech that I was thinking of.
Well,
I gotta save myself somehow right now, because Louisiana Tech also. Oh, that's right. Sonny Dykes used to coach there.
Sonny Cumbie.
Yes, of course. Sonny Cumbie, baby. And he went in his first year 5-8. There's a dub. There's another dub for your Southern Miss Golden Eagles, baby.
Well, I'm not convinced that Dowell Loggins has always been the head coach at Appalachian State, or has he? No, he just got hired. That was the one that I was thinking of. Appalachian State fired their head coach, hired Dowell Loggins, the OC from South Carolina last year.
So. All right, we're going way too deep.
Yeah, we got to wrap up.
I think this is a I think this is a sign that we got to call it.
Yep.
But dude, I just, again, even just doing this tonight has got me fired up. Fired the fuck up. God.
Oh.
All right. Well, Yeah, I'll get with you. We'll get it on the calendar for next week for Fish and Toast episode 26. We'll be one step closer. We'll have some more preseason action, more rumblings from the college football world. I'm sure maybe some more quarterbacks named as starters and all sorts of shit. So we're here.
All
we
right,
made
that
it,
sounds
baby.
good, man.
We made it.
All right. Peace, man.
All right. For Toast, I'm Fish. See you next week. Peace.
Peace.